Hello everyone, welcome to DPS biology classes, and today we are going to discuss about the asexual reproduction method in Ascomycota group of fungi. So as in the previous video we have already discussed about the ecology of Ascomycota group of fungi, but in this video we are going to discuss about their method of reproduction. So as we previously discussed that fungi reproduces both asexually as well as sexually. But how Ascomycota group of fungi reproduces asexually? So let's discuss about this topic in this video. Generally, the Ascomycota group of fungi are septate fungi. That means they have septa or partition wall in the hypha. So they are known as septate hypha. As in the previous video of Zygomycota group of fungi, we have already discussed that Zygomycota group of fungi are aseptate in nature. That means there is no partition wall or septa is found in Zygomycota group of fungi. But in case of Ascomycota group of fungi, a septate hyphae is found. That means septa is found. So these are septate fungi. As these are septate hyphae in nature, so they may be uninucleate in nature or may be binucleate in nature. That means each cell of the hyphae contains either a single nucleus or two nucleus. Then these fungi may be unicellular in nature or may be multicellular in nature. Most of the fungi that belongs to the Ascomycota group are generally multicellular in nature. Some fungi, that means yeast and yeast-like organisms, are generally unicellular in nature. So most of the Ascomycota group fungi are multicellular in nature. As we know, they reproduces asexually and as well as sexually. So let's discuss about how they reproduces asexually. So asexual reproduction in Ascomycetes takes place by several methods like fission, fragmentation, budding, chlamydospores and conidia. But fission and budding are specialized type of asexual method that takes place in yeast and yeast-like organisms. But most of the several fungi that belongs to the Ascomycota groups, they reproduces asexually by forming either chlamydospores or conidia. So conidia and chlamydospores are the main method of asexual reproduction in Ascomycota group of fungi. So let's start about how Ascomycota group of fungi reproduces asexually. So asexually, they reproduces by using three methods. The first one is by forming chlamydospores, and then the second one is by forming conidia, and then third and the last one is by forming oidia. So let's discuss about it one after another. So let's first discuss about chlamydospores. Generally, what do you mean by chlamydospores? So, chlamydospores is a thick-walled hyphal cell which functions as a spore. That means, as you previously know, that fungal hypha helps in reproduction. So, when unfavorable condition appears, the fungal hypha gathers sufficient amount of nutrition and form a thick wall around itself and makes a round shape and act as a spore, and this type of spores is known as the chlamydospores. And when the favorable condition appears, these chlamydospores germinate to form new hypha. As chlamydospores contain a thick wall around itself, so they can survive in unfavorable condition and germinate when favorable condition comes. Then next comes to the conidia. So Ascomycota group of fungi generally reproduces asexually by forming conidia. Then what do you mean by conidia? Generally, conidia are a group of spores that are produce asexually at the tip of a specialized hypha known as conidiophores. So, the hypha that produces conidia are known as conidiophores. So, there are two examples of fungi which reproduces asexually by forming conidia. So, the conidia are generally formed from the specialized hypha known as conidiophore, and the conidiophore are born upon a hypha. So, the hypha act as a conidiophore, and the conidiophore generally produces the conidia, and the conidia generally formed from the conidiophore by the help of mitosis. So, mitosis is the typical type of cell division that helps in the formation of conidia. So conidia is also known as mitospores. So, conidia is also known as mitospores because they are formed by the process of mitosis. So, generally, the conidia are arranged in two type of method, that is the basipetal arrangement, and the next one is the acropetal arrangement. In the basipetal arrangement, the oldest conidium lies at the top of the conidia. So, this is the example of basipetal arrangement. So, in the basipetal arrangement, the oldest conidium lies at the top. So, this is the oldest one, and the young ones lies at the top of the conidiophore, and the young ones lies at the top of the conidiophore. But in acropetal arrangement, the oldest conidium lies at the base of the conidia, that means at the top of the conidiophore, and the youngest conidia lies at the top. So, just the basipetal arrangement and the acropetal arrangement are opposite to each other. Then let's move to the next asexual method, that by forming oidia. Oidia are a special group of fungi that are produced asexually by breaking up the fungal hyphae into cells. So, in this method, when the fungal hypha is unable to produce a spore by asexual method, so the fungal hypha breakdowns into different cells, and each cell acts as a oidia and helps in germination of new hypha. So generally oidia cannot survive in unfavorable condition. So oidia cannot survive in unfavorable condition. This is only produced when the hypha is unable to produce spores by asexual method. So basically these three methods are generally observed in Ascomycota group of fungi for asexual reproduction, that by forming chlamydospores or by forming conidia or by forming oidia.